Hi guys and welcome to the State of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin and this is episode 65. Will Bitcoin be redesigned? Is XRP ready to surge? And Apple says no to crypto. Now, thank you for tuning in. Happy Saturday. There's three of us watching right now, so four if I include myself. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for being here on a Saturday night again. If you're catching this stream live, welcome. And if you are catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you are thinking. Now, if you want to keep up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe. You hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you just want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. The link's in the description, guys. Let's get on to the news, right? Tim Cook says a hard no on Apple crypto. Wow, is that good? Is that bad? Well, depends, right? Apple CEO Tim Cook says his company isn't interested in launching cryptocurrency. In an interview with French publication Les Echos, published on Friday, Cook said he believes deeply that money must remain in the hands of states. I'm going to quote him here. I'm not comfortable with the idea that a private group creates a competing currency. Money, like defense, must remain in the hands of states. We elect our representatives to assume government responsibilities. Companies are not elected. They do not have to go on this ground. Now, is he? I do think he's right on Libra, right? That that Facebook project, that is a company is behind it, right? With different interests, like let's say Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, there is no company behind it. So again, it is a little bit more independent, right? It shouldn't stop you from like accepting it, right? I'm not sure if the Apple devices now are compatible with crypto, right? Like a wallet. I mean, I know you can have apps, but having their own integrated wallet, right? Like Samsung did, right? With Samsung, you can have a crypto wallet. With Apple, I think that's still up in the air. It's not quite there yet, and it might be because they're just close-minded to it, right? Is it good? Is it bad? Again, it depends on your point of view. Yeah, it's the only news I have for the main crypto market. News are very lacking today, right? We look at market info and then we'll shift on to Bitcoin news, and you know the drill, right? Market info, then Litecoin news, and like that, right? Anyways, what is going on in the market? Well, yesterday made a very little positive gains on market cap, right? Market sitting yesterday gaining 0.09% right now, losing 0.94%. From yesterday, from an opening of $210.92 billion, closing at $211.00 right now, sitting at $209.11 billion. Now, what is going on with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin yesterday is losing dominance, 0.17%, and right now is also losing dominance, 0.09. Again, is it good? Is it bad? Well, it depends, right? I mean, money flowing out of Bitcoin does not necessarily mean money flowing into alts. Now, let's go look at the Bitcoin news. What is going on with Bitcoin news, right? Bitcoin as a decentralized entity has no headquarters, no CEO, and no marketing team. Everyone's aware that there's a lot of comments that go on Twitter about that. Now, with this in mind, it is impressive how its name, brand, and usage has spread across the globe based solely on its form and function. Now, an advert post on Square's Medium page, it's calling the signers to help shape the future of how Bitcoin will be brought into the mainstream. According to a job placement, this was tweeted out by Robert Anderson, the founding designer of Square and Cash App, and then, retweeted by Dorsey, right? The guy from Twitter, right? Jack Dorsey, who added Design Bitcoin, right? Now, the job placement is an interesting one, as it appears as Square is taking the lead on changing the face of the open source financial system. Further on this, the job post reads, "It is a chance to focus on establishing long-term design vision of Bitcoin." Now, much, if not all, of Bitcoin evolution and advancement has been done through democratic process due to this centralized nature. Right? Consensus needs to be reached and agreed upon for any sort of upgrades in the blockchain. Should it not be the same for the coin's design? Well, Square does seem to have this in mind, right? It's also adding this. It's actually saying if social consensus around particular approach begins to emerge, we then work collaboratively to engage the right people in the ecosystem to further refine the ideas and the science and help catalyze execution in the places where changes are required. Now, what do you guys think about this? I mean, does Bitcoin need a redesign on, well, branding or logo or just overall? Do you guys like it as it is? Do let me know in the comments, right? I mean, 6 people tuned in. So again, if you're watching and you do want to let us know what's going on, please put a comment or, state something. Anyways, I'll keep moving on. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. What is going on with Bitcoin dominance right now? Sorry, Bitcoin price. Well, this Bitcoin price on the daily, yesterday making a red day, going 0.11% down. Right now, going down again 0.88%. Sitting below that 20 MA with volatility open on the Bollinger Bands again. And not doing much, just bouncing on that midline of the channel. I think we called that like two or three streams ago, right? We stated we're probably just going to bounce on the top part of the channel again. We're doing that. Losing negative momentum again, which is good. Might get across off the MACD over the signal line soon. And sitting low on the RSI at 27.74, which puts us at oversold territory. Again, lots of room to run to the upside, but still could still drop more and go down in price. Now we're going to look at the micros to see what's going on, right? Let's look at the 4-hour. What is going on in the 4-hour? Man, not looking good. Rejecting that 20 MA again, right? Has been very weak. Rejected that 20 MA. We created some sort of divergence. Kept on dropping a little bit more. Not making divergence here, right? Because we're actually going a little bit lower. But we're also, in the 4 hours we are making divergence. In the 1 hour we're not. From here to here, you're going lower. From here to here, you're going lower as well. So from here to here, right? Creating some bullish divergence again, potential price action to the upside. We did see that pop, but it's being weak, right? It's getting rejected real quick. Now let's look at the Hacking Chi candles to see what is going on. These two candles apparently seem to be trend shifting, right? Turning green. However, this one is not looking very strong. So again, a little bit hesitant to call a trend shift. We could potentially drop to the downside, right? Sorry about that. Let me switch back to regular candles. 1 second. There we go. Anyways, dropping a little bit more, making that bullish divergence. Are we doing it on the RSI? On the RSI, we don't have. Well, we kind of have it, right? Yeah, we do. Not from here, though. From farther back. And, it's more or less that same height. So, again, it's one of those things that you could say that it played out to here, right? So, if we wanted to do it from that same point, it would be from here to here. And we would not be making it because we're actually going lower as well. So, again, not much there. Anyways, these new candles starting to develop, right? Things that really quick potentially could play out as well. Going lower in price, and again, less negative momentum. Again, you could potentially be developing bullish divergence again that could potentially prop you to the upside. This was very weak, but that 20 MA is really giving us a lot of trouble. That's not good, right? You want this to be a little bit stronger and pop up with a little bit more violence, right? Like a stronger move to the upside. Anyways, this candle, the worrying thing is that it just started 2 hours ago. So this is a new day, right? So again, not looking very good so far. Yeah, let's go into the 1 hour. What is going on with Bitcoin in the 1 hour, man? Well, sitting below 20 MA with the last candle, right? The 8 p.m. candle. 7 p.m. showing like confusion, basically, not knowing where it wants to go. Bulls pulling the price up, bears rejecting it, going a little bit farther down, then bulls hitting back up the market. Closing more or less where it started, right? It's like it's 0.01% gain on that candle. It's nothing. And then, since we're being weak, like we stated, we prop to the downside, right? We are facing some resistance around this area. Apparently, we are being too weak to pop to the upside, even since we were at on that much larger triangle, right? Anyways, are we doing divergence there? Well, not likely, man. This height is 6.99, and this one over here, it's 7.69. It is actually more negative momentum here than here. So again, here, you're not making divergence, right? Now you're actually just going lower in the market. Now, stuff that could happen, right? And what I would like to see is for this to drop a little bit more. Yeah, maybe touch this mid part of the channel, right? The downsloping channel that we're in. And then we might get a pop, right? Because that negative momentum to this low is probably going to get us somewhere around here. So again, you would go from here to here, and you know, you could potentially create that divergence that is very needed for this to actually go up a little bit more, right? It's like I said, Bitcoin's being very weird, very weak. 1 second, I forgot to do something here as I started this stream. Yeah, it was here. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. Forgot to put a tweet out that we were live, so again, just did that real quick. Yeah, like I said, we could potentially come down a little bit lower, hopefully, create that divergence, pump to the upside. Are we doing something on the top part? No, we're actually lower here. In the momentum, we're actually lower than here. So, I mean, we're not making bearish divergence, which is good, but we need for that bullish divergence to develop. If we want to see more price action to the upside, at least that's what I would expect in the short term, in the 1 hour candles, right? Anyways, let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum, the ENS bidding process managed by Digital Collectibles Marketplace OpenSea was exploited, allowing a hacker to nab 17 domains, 17 domain names for lower bids than other users' place. Now, ENS and OpenSea asked the hacker to return the domain names, promising compensation for finding the bug. Now, an alternative to Web 2.0 centralized domain name servers, or DNS, ENS is built on top of the Ethereum blockchain to leverage its immutability and decentralized properties. As it happens, immutability isn't always a good thing. Now, once the hacker claimed the ENS domain names, which included apple.eth, the Ethereum, the ENS or Ethereum name server, and OpenSea's only recourse was to blacklist the domains and ask for the hacker to return them. Again, you know, shame, but still. The hacker was apparently swayed by an attractive offer, 25% of the initial bidding price for each of the return domains once they are re-auctioned. Is that good? Is that bad? Well, I mean, the hacker didn't keep them, so it's good. It's bad that his intentions played out, but at least he told them what the exploit was, so they're probably going to be able to, like, secure that, right? So again, some good stuff, some bad stuff, but overall, it's good. Now, let's go on to Ethereum chart and see what is going on. Ethereum on the daily, gaining dominance today, yesterday, 0.31%. Gaining dominance right now, 0.12%. Sitting at 9.05 of market cap. What is going on with the price of Ethereum? Well, yesterday we had a green candle, 0.08, but right now losing basically the gains from the past 2 days, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. See, we opened at the same height, but we just ate up the previous 2 candles again. Right now, with this day developing just 2 hours in again, but we are bearish engulfing right now. So again, not the strongest looking for Ethereum, right? Now, what is going on with Ethereum more micro? Well, we're still on this macro, right, on the 1 hour. Well, sitting below at 20 MA with volatility open, making less negative momentum and sitting at 44 on the other side, which puts you neutral. Now, on the 4 hours, what is happening on the 4 hours? Well, you can see a lot of indecision going on around that 20 MA, right? Going above it, dropping down below, going above, going below again, you know. Volatility is starting to go out of this, right? We're starting to channel within the Bollinger Bands, which is good. We might get an explosive movement, and that's always good. But we can see the indecision here, right? I mean, we're making lower, you know, I'm not sure. If this, yeah, I mean, it's hard to do, but because this is positive, this is negative, it wouldn't play out, right? I mean, here I'm going through a candle to get to this bottom, which is not true because this is a real bottom. In the 1 hour, we might be able to chart it out a little bit better. But right now, it's sitting very neutral on the RSI at 48. Again, we're getting that indecision that might get us popping soon, right? Again, probably waiting on Bitcoin to do something. So, that out of the way, let's look at the 1 hour. Look on the 1 hour, right? I mean, I'm going to do something real quick. Hacking the sheet candles. We are starting to make a downtrend. Again, just watch out for that. Where can that downtrend get us? I'm not sure. We're rejecting at 20 MA with the hacking the sheet candles. On the regular candles, we are seeing at the 20 MA. A little bit lower right now, but still could potentially reject it. We are making positive momentum, but less of it. And we are sitting at 47.60 on the RSI, which gets us neutral, right? Now, what is going on with this? Well, this is lower than this for sure, right? So again, lower positive momentum. We are not developing divergence on the top part, which would be bearish. On the bottom part, are we doing something? No, we are sitting higher. higher and higher. So again, we are not making any sort of divergence. We are just floating with the market right now. Nothing that I can't see real quick. So what I would expect for this to do is dump a little bit more, touch this bottom part of the channel, right? This mid part of the channel, sorry. Bounce off it, right? Create that divergence that we need for this to pop to the upside. And you know, it's very looking very similar to Bitcoin, right? It's just going down because Bitcoin's going down. It doesn't have any technicals that would indicate down price action, right? Downwards price action. Like I said, we're just flirting with this line. So again, we're below that. So we touched that midline of the channel, right? Then we were above it. Then we went below it. Then we went above it again. Then we touched it. I would expect for us to go and touch it again before we run. That would be the what would be expected right now, right? At least from my part. So again, I would have to wait for the next couple of candles to develop for me to be able to call something out on this. Again, 5 people tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in. I know it's Saturday night. You probably just want to go chill out. The market has been more or less boring. It has been kind of dead. But, you know, we are here. We are committed to being here for you guys every day. So, you guys know what is going on if you want to be here, right? I think something is wrong with my stream echoing. Really? Is it better now? Let me know, though. Because I don't have any. Try to check it out. Let me know if it's better, Benny. Hey, thank you for being here, brother. You know, thank you for tuning in. 7 people tuned in. Wow, amazing, guys. I really appreciate that you guys tune in on a Saturday. You know, especially when the market is as it is. It's kind of dead on the market, right? It's just been sideways movement. Nothing going on. Okay, cool. So I'm great. Awesome, man. I was starting to worry with like checking volumes and levels and everything, but thank you, man. Anyways, I am enjoying a good, nice beer. Even though I'm still sick, I probably shouldn't. I'm not taking any antibiotics, so again, nothing that can actually crash with the beer. But I did want to relax a little bit today because, again, the market just moving sideways, right? Basically, everything that we have said in the previous streams has played out. So again, right now, like I said, I would expect for this to go down. I mean, we are touching that 20 MA, and it is a valid sort of support. So we could potentially pump up a little bit more, but I would expect for us to go down. Right now, if you wanted to, like, say this, you know, in this more 1 hour time frame, we would certainly be doing like a symmetrical triangle, right? That's where this would be, right? Yeah, I think tequila or something else would be better, Benny. It would suddenly kill the germs, right? Anyways, right now, this is what I would call, right, on this. Because we're not doing anything that is bearish or bullish, divergence-wise. I would definitely feel very comfortable saying that we're making a sort of like triangle, right? I mean, I can even go way back here, adjust a little bit, and, you know, say this would be very valid, right? Even to back here. It certainly gets a couple touch points. So again, we could say that we are within this structure. I'm going to get rid of this stuff. It's already played out. So I didn't look for that on Bitcoin, right? I'm going to go back to Bitcoin real quick, see if we're doing something like this. Again, potentially we are, right? A little bit different on Bitcoin, but we could be making a symmetrical triangle, which again could be... symmetrical triangles are neutral patterns, right? A little bit more upsloping than downsloping again. This would be on the 1 hour. If we go into the 4 hour, it would look like this, right? So again, it would be a valid structure. It has some time. We are hitting that maturity area. So again, are we going to pump to the upside or downside? If this was to be a valid structure that we just traced, I would expect for us to probably break. Man, I'm not sure if we're going to break to the upside right now. It still looks like we need to come down and touch this support at the midline of the channel before we actually run, man. I don't want to be a pessimist, but I think we might go a little bit lower, man. Not looking very bullish right now, right? We're struggling to stay above those 20 MAs on the 4 hours, on the daily. See, again, but again, you know, the more data we can get on this, the better. You know, this triangle that I just traced might not even played out. Or it might not even play out, right? So again, it's just something that I'm toying around with because I'm trying to gauge where this can go, right? I mean, we had that divergence that we already called out a couple of days ago, right? In the 4 hours, we are calling divergence. We call divergence. Right now, we haven't made it. Right? We said we have to go lower so we can create divergence because we kind of killed it. You know, we had it, right? We had it here. We pumped to the upside. It was very weak. We created bullish, hidden bearish divergence. Sorry. Pumping us to the downside, right? Bringing us to the downside still. And now this it's not, it's lower than this. So again, the both would be congruent going downwards, right? Like same movement. So not much going on there, man. Again, that's what I want for this to go down, because that would make sense. And if this goes down, we create that divergence, pump to the upside, get a little bit of negative momentum going on here. And, maybe we can that pump that could potentially break us out of this. Like I said, this channel, I didn't trace it with pinpoint accuracy. So again, we could still potentially come down here, right? I mean, this is not developed. I'm not really comfortable with the triangle. I'm just putting it there because I just noticed it on Ethereum, and it could potentially play out, right? And Ethereum makes a little bit more sense because it doesn't look like we're gonna finish right now. But again, it's also there on Bitcoin, right? Anyways, let's move on to well, I didn't say this, but sitting at 48 on the RSI, and that positive momentum starting to decrease on the 1 hour. I'm gonna move on to Ripple news real quick, and be right back in 1 second, guys. Sorry about this. Sorry, I'm back. I had to go check on my daughter. She's crying, but yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, just had to put her to bed again. Hey, Willem James, how's it going, man? Thank you for tuning in. I'm glad that you catch us live, man. And I'm happy for you, man. I'm glad that you bought some Ripple, right? You must be happy because Ripple yesterday didn't have a sucky day. It's kind of like okay for it, I guess. Let's go look at those Ripple news, right? So I have this article that I just want to like discuss the title because really it doesn't do much for us to go into detail, right? XRP price ready to surge higher after positive Ripple news cycle. Really? Really, man? How many times have we gotten good news for Ripple and has it actually pumped, man? I mean, guys, don't take this the wrong way. I do like Ripple. I am invested in Ripple. I have more Ripple than anything else in my portfolio. But really, I mean, the title of the article makes no sense. We have seen good news for Ripple come out. We have seen a lot of good news for Ripple come out. And we have never seen them affect the price of Ripple, right? I mean, Ripple is like buy the rumors, sell the news. So again, the news coming out I wouldn't believe that the news are gonna affect the price of Ripple, right? So again, I just wanted to touch base on that real quick. They might be scamming us. No, I doubt it, man. Anyways, this article I do like. We talked about Peter Brandt like 2 streams ago, I think, or whenever we were talking about that, the Peter Bollick SAR that they came out with, right? Anyways, Peter Brandt tweeted out, yesterday. He tweeted out that the chart suggests that XRP is bottoming out against Bitcoin, which is good, right? Again, I don't analyze too much the Bitcoin pairs or Ripple pairs because I assume if you want to get out of Ripple, you're probably going to, or not Ripple, but crypto in general, or XRP or crypto, you would potentially want to get out to fiat, right? You're not going to want to get out to Bitcoin unless you want to increase your position. So, again, to get the confirmation for this bottom, we would have to break and close above like 3,326 sats or satoshis, right? So for those of you that don't know, it would be like 0.000033326 bitcoins. Now, and then we'll still need to continue to move to the upside. Again, this is not data that I have firsthand. It came from the article, right? So again, this is the chart that Peter Brandt is looking at, but he did call the bottom on Bitcoin, right? A year before it actually happened. So if you're saying that this is bottoming out, potentially it could be bottoming out. So again, it could potentially be a good in. It might just start getting more dominance against Bitcoin, right? So again, it could potentially be a good in. The article's not really lengthy. Doesn't state how he's determining this. Apparently, just from looking at his chart and the experience that he has been doing this for over 40 years. So again, That's it. After this, guys, I'm not gonna have any more articles. There was nothing for Litecoin. There was nothing for Binance. And we're just gonna do chart analysis, right? So again, let's look at what is going on with Ripple on the daily. Ripple yesterday making positive, getting dominance, right? 2.98%. Right now, gaining dominance 0.39%. Sitting at 5.21% off market cap. That is pretty good. Again, anything that's above 5 for Ripple is good. So the higher we go, the better. Price of Ripple yesterday, positive price action. Today, making negative price action. Is it good? Is it bad? Still depends on what your outlook is for Ripple, right? Again, we are still within this upsloping channel. Yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, bro. I appreciate it. Again, if you gotta get going, that's fine. You know, I do know that life happens, and it's Saturday, man, for sure. So again, that's fine, bro. Thanks for being here, though. Right. Anyways, what is going on with this? We are kind of, this for me. If we were to do this, it would be valid, right? It could be a triangle, symmetrical, right? Could go up or down, right? This using this bottom part as like the bottom part of the triangle, and this line I just traced as the top part. It could be valid. So again, we might get a break out of that. There we go. Makes more sense like that, right? Touch that upper part better. Now, is it really gonna go up? Yeah, potentially, right? But then we have like immediate resistance at the 20 MA, right? Ripple didn't drop as bad as Ethereum, right? Ethereum, look, undid what the prior 2 days did, right? Ripple being stronger, man. It dropped a little bit, but it hasn't done a lot. But you know, let's wait and see how it goes for Ripple. Right now, starting to make positive momentum, which might be good, even though it's a red candle, but positive momentum. And we're sitting at 46.37 on the RSI. Let's look at the Heck and Ashi candles. We can see that we're in a green trend, right? Let's hope this keeps on developing a little bit more, which could potentially see higher prices. Now, what is going on with this more short term, right? Let's look at the 4 hours, right? We had these things that we traced out. I'll touch base on those in a second. Not much, right? Still within the channel. We touched that support at like 0.2509. In the last 4 hours, we actually went below it, but we recovered. Right now, is this the new candle? Yeah, this is the new 4 hours, right? It's still going down. Again, we might touch this line again, and I hope that it still holds. We have touched it quite a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. This is actually breaking it and reversing. But if we touch it again, it's going to get weaker, right? So again, more chances that we actually dump on Ripple. That's not looking very good. Now, we have like coinciding moves, right? This is going down and this is going down. So it wouldn't be doing any kind of divergence there. Now, on the top part, we are going higher, and here we were going lower. Right, so from here to here going higher. From here to here going lower. You are making bearish divergence, so again, price action to the downside. We did get those candles, right? So again, I'm not sure whether or not this has finished moving, but we don't have that on the RSI. On the RSI, we're actually going with the flow of the market. So again, nothing too scary there. Let me look at this in the 1 hour, right? I was expecting this move to be a little bit more strong to the downside, to be honest, right? Because here we had this this morning star, right? We had that trend reversal, price action to the upside, and here we had this evening star, and I was expecting for this to go a little bit stronger to the downside. It didn't, though. Maybe Bitcoin working some magic juju there, you know. And we were here last night when we were doing the stream, right? We came down here, oh, man. That's why I was sure that we were still gonna go a little bit steeper, but you know, maybe we got that support of that 25-cent line or around that area and prepped us to the upside, right? Now, this is obviously higher than this. It's less negative momentum. But again, right now, from here to here, you know, we did. We're going with the market, right? Again, trying to determine whether or not we're making divergence. From here to here, we are. Right. So price action to the upside. We got that pop that we had. Again, trying to figure out if there's something else going on there. Um, got this pop to the upside. On the top part, we are not making any higher. We're not making any divergence on the top. So again, we're starting to make negative momentum. However, look, we're a little bit higher. We're making about the same or a little bit more negative momentum than here. Right now, it would be about the same. But if we go lower, then we're gonna negate whatever divergence that we could create, and we might actually just go with the market and go much lower. So again, Ripple not giving those bullish signs that we would like to see right now. This worries me, right? That this pop to the upside from that divergence was very weak. Anyways, that's interesting. We'll have to monitor Ripple and see how it does, because I'm really trying to figure out how strong this is going to be, right? Like above that 20 MA, we broke below it, reversed. Like we cannot go higher than that 20 MA, man. We touched it, and instead of bouncing and rejecting it, like we kind of did here, we are just like bouncing over it and then breaking below it, and then we're bouncing over it, then we broke below it. So again, that's not very bullish, man. That's not very strong. This could potentially mean more price action to the downside again, potentially touching that 25-cent line. And then we'll see where we go from there, man. I wish I could say that this is looking very strong. We're going to go to the moon right now. But it's not, man. It really isn't, right? This is not strength. This is weakness. And that sucks because I do like Ripple and I do have a lot of Ripple. So again, I would definitely like for this to go up, but the technicals are not there. So, and also, the news are not there, right? We didn't have any good news for Ripple today. So we don't have any fundamentals. We don't have any technicals that would indicate that price reversal. So again, let's wait and see. Now, let's do Litecoin, right? Because I don't have news for Litecoin or Binance. We're going to do the charts for those. And then we'll take requests and look at whatever you guys want to look at. I did have a funny article yesterday. Kind of lost it, though. Anyways, on Litecoin, what is going on? Well, yesterday gaining some dominance, 0.67%. Right now, gaining dominance still 0.23, sitting at 1.71 off market cap. What is Litecoin doing on the price, right? Yesterday, Litecoin pumping to the upside a little bit, 0.6%. Right now, going to the downside, 0.74%. Sitting below 20 MA with volatility open, still within the downsloping channel, making less negative momentum, sorry. And sitting at 35 on the RSI, which is sold but not oversold, right? So are we doing something? Nah, it just looks plain, man. It looks like sideways movement. Market cannot decide what it wants to do. So again, on the 4 hours, right? Look at this, man. We are just within like a... if we want to do this a little bit differently, so it'll be something like this, maybe? Sorry. I'll fine-tune this in a second. So something like this. Right, which would be a slightly upsloping channel, right? Very slightly upsloping, but still, just like moving up, bouncing off that 20 MA. So again, not very strong, right? Just here, at least we broke above it, played with it, and then we're moving higher. But right now, we're just like bouncing alongside. So not the strongest looking, right? So again, from here to here, we had that very divergence, price action to the downside. We got it. It wasn't a strong move. We were supported by the 20 MA area. Right now, this higher, we don't have anything on the bottom side. So again, nothing else that we can call here, right? So let's go into the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, yeah, we had that divergence here as well. Right, from here to here, slightly lower. From here to here, going higher. And that's what propped you to the downside. You had also slant divergence here within this island, right? Higher to lower on the positive momentum, and going actually higher on the price. So again, that's valid still. You can call it out when you have this movement and you have this movement, right? On the bottom side, did we do something? Yes, we had some bullish divergence that played out, right? So like this, or even from here if you wanted to, right? We have those converging lines there on the bottom part, not on the RSI. The RSI is just going with the market again. But right now, like I said, that bullish divergence propped you to the upside. However, it's being weak, right? Reversing the price action within the next candle strongly, getting over that 20 MA, but then trying to bounce higher but failing, man. That's not very good. Not looking very strong. Here we have some bearish convergence, right? Or hidden bullish divergence, bearish divergence, sorry. Right, but they are not on the RSI, just on the histogram. Again, not looking the best, man. This is not looking very, very strong. The market's looking boring right now, right? Like plain, man. I wish it was like hyping or something, but it's a weekend again, so a lot of people are probably not even trading. And we're in like this sideways motion that we get sometimes on the weekend. So that's about it. Now let's go look at Binance. Where's Binance at on dominance? Well, Binance yesterday gained a little bit, right? Very little, 0.43%. Right now, losing 0.13%, sitting at 1.16% of market cap. Now, what is the price of Binance doing? Well, Binance, first of all, is sitting at $15.55. Price of Binance going up a little bit yesterday. 0.52%. Right now, going down 1.04%. Again, nothing that we can actually trace, right? So we're just going with the market looking very plain, sitting at 28.89 on the RSI. That's it. Nothing else going on. So let's look at the 4 hours, man. Yeah, again, that indecision going on. However, this is looking different than Litecoin, right? Litecoin was on the top of the 20 MA. This is in the bottom of the 20 MA. But again, being weak. We punched through in the past 4 hours. We aren't doing it in this new candle, right? And it's even worse. It's bearish engulfing, right? Eating up that whole candle, even though we still have like an hour and 21 minutes to go. It's not looking the strongest. Now, what is going on with the... Man, this is looking weird. 0.133785, 136, slightly higher. So again, man, we're going lower. You're making higher momentum, slightly higher momentum. You would be making hidden bearish divergence, price continuation, so I would expect for this to go down a little bit more. We're not making anything bullish there. The only good thing that could develop from this, we go lower, maybe to this level. We make a small bump of negative momentum. We create some bullish divergence that pop us to the upside. That's about it. That's the only thing I can call on this in 4 hours. Now let's look at what else? The 1 hour. And that we're having to go all the way to the 1 hour and figure out what's gonna happen because it's just looking very, very plain, man, like vanilla plain. Yeah, here, higher to lower. So again, no divergence on the top part. Even on the RSI, it's looking the same, right? And on the bottom part, well, you're going low. You are making here to here. You were making, right? Because it already played out. So again, here we had some hidden bullish divergence that would pop us to the upside or price continuation, right? We did get that movement to the upside. However, right now it's just not very strong, man. It just kind of like dumped, right? Maybe from that divergence that we developed in the 4 hours, because here we don't have it, right? So again, that's it. That's it for the market, man. There's not much going on right now. Just struggling, trying to get above that 20 MA, but it was a little bit red a couple minutes or seconds ago. Sitting neutral on the RSI at like 47, right? Right now, like again, red. You know, so not much going on, man. I wish I could say the market was like gonna do something interesting right now, but it's not. It's just looking very, very plain, man. I wish either a whale came in and dumped on the market, or a whale came in and bought up the market, because man, that would certainly put a little bit more flavor and a little bit more movement on this. But right now, it's looking very, very weird. Benny, since you're here, we're gonna go look at Seller, man. And we are 8 people watching, man. Thank you guys for tuning in on a Saturday night, especially with the market the way it is. If you are having a beer, I hope you are enjoying it, and then you can join us, and I can say like, cheers, prost, salud, slaintje, whatever makes you happy, right? Anyways, I just killed that beer, so I'm just down to water right now. Anyways, yeah, the market is slow and boring. Look, I wanted to do this article yesterday. I'm not even sure if I have it, man. I think I closed it. Yeah, I closed it. I'll have to look it up, and then I'll probably toss it up again on another stream, and then we can discuss that article. It was funny, you know. Hey, Soka, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. What beer am I drinking? Well, I'm drinking something that's also very close to water. It is commercial beer, and I was drinking a Modelo. I was drinking that Modelo Special. See, they're not paying me to say this, so again, disclaimer: I'm not getting paid to promote their beer, close to water beer. But yeah, that's about it, man. The market's looking very boring. Let's look at Seller, man. Where is Seller, man? Where's that guy from prison, man? Free TV addict. And their English buddy is also missing. Modelo, yeah. I wish, man. I wish they would pay me to advertise something, man. Anything, whatever, man. That would certainly make this a lot more interesting. Look at this, man. Looking plain as well. Uh, it's like vanilla flavored ice cream, dude. There's nothing going on. Look, this is the daily, man. It has been doing nothing since October the 1st, right? It went down a little bit, and then it's just like sideways movement, right? Like not even a flag, man. Not even a triangle. It could be a triangle, right? Very weird looking triangle. More like a flat looking triangle. This one from the bottom, I have to take it from here because if I go here, then it could be right. It could be a downsloping triangle. Again, that it would be bearish, right? We can't get higher, so failing to go higher again. Sitting below at 20 MA, making positive momentum though. But look at that positive momentum with 3 red candles, right? These candles still like developing. It's right. This one right here is still developing for the day. So again, looking very very plain, man. Not looking the strongest, right? For positive momentum, you would expect to see a little bit more of price, but anyway, sitting low on the RSI at 34, that certainly gives you some hope, right? Can I explain that MACD? Why isn't that blue line under the red? The blue line is a MACD line, bro. So when the blue line is over the red line, you get this momentum, right? Positive momentum. When the blue line is under the red line, you get negative momentum, right? And then the momentum is like is basically the red line minus the blue line, right? And then the blue line considers the 12 and the 26th, or the 12 minus the 26th moving averages, and then the red line would be your 9 moving 9 MA, right? Your 9 EMA, or no, sorry, your 9 SMA, your 9 moving average, right? So you use that as a signal line, right? So your 9 is going there, and then your 12 minus your 26 will be doing that weird movement, right? That would be the blue line. It looks bearish. Yeah, it looks bearish though, right? I mean, if I put the heck in the sheet candles, this is red, and we're making red candles on green momentum. So again, that's not very good, man. That's looking bearish, dude. Again, so yeah, that's what we would be doing, man. Again, 7 people tuned in, guys. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. We go live every night, even if the market is dead like it is right now, right? Look at this plain dead boringness going on like Seller, man. Benny, I know it's your coin, man. I don't want to sound like I'm dissing on it, but it's just boring, man. Like it's not doing nothing, right? And then not just this coin. A lot of coins are doing nothing, man. But bro, I really wish like at least we had some more movement going on. What is going on? Well, sitting at that opening at the 20 MA, going below it on the 4 hours, making negative Momo. Yay! More negative Momo. So again, being at the same height of this candle, right? You could technically say that you are making sort of a bullish divergence. So again, you could potentially no, sorry, you're not. If you go a little bit higher, you could be making hidden bullish divergence, but I don't think you're gonna do it. This is probably gonna come down here, touch this part of the channel again, and try to break or to downside or upside. But that's about it. That contraction on the Bollinger Band certainly indicates the market like has no volatility. So again, when the volatility drops, we do get violent movements. That's the only thing that I'm looking forward to. When's the next violent movement coming out? Look at this. Since here, man, look at the MACD movement, right, on the histogram. Look, it's doing nothing, man. It's just moving sideways, right? So, yeah. I know you told me you got it because it could potentially play to the upside, right? And I was looking at them. I'll be honest with you. I was looking into them the other day, right, when we were talking about it. I actually went and opened the website and I was starting to read on them, right, and trying to figure out what they were gonna do with their coin, man, right? Low cost, zero transaction fee for off-chain smart contracts. That's pretty good. Zero transaction fee, right? Now, 20 times X reduction on transparency, on transaction latency. I'm not sure how much faster that is than Ripple. So I do need to do more on this, but apparently you can like play games and earn like play esports games, win crypto. I'm not sure these counts as esport games, bro. Like esport games are like Fortnite, you know, PUBG. Yeah, it is good. You know, I think they just need to get more adoption. Look, and their technical partners are not. They're not that strong, right? From here, I can only tell you that I know Quantum and Chainlink and Maker, and that's it. The rest, I have no clue what they do, bro. So again, I need to read into this a little bit more in detail, and then I could potentially make a call whether or not this would be interesting to me, right? Really? Their games or their wallet? I will look into them for sure, man. Anyways, what is going on the 1 hour? 8 people tuned in. Thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell if you are interested in what we do. We do technical analysis and news. We already killed the news parts of the show, so we're just gonna do analysis from now on. If you were interested on the news, you just missed them, and if you just wanna chill and listen to some interesting music, I forgot to turn it back on, but there it is. And if you wanna listen to music while we just chat and chill, and you can do that as well with us, right? Anyways, what is going on in the 1 hour? Well, sitting below that 20 MA, right? Failing to stay above it. That's not very good. Man, this momentum is all looking very plain, dude. So you could say this is lower than this. You probably make some bullish divergence and pop you to the upside, but it was very weak, man. It's not there, man. It's nothing going on here, man, right? Even on the top part, right? Higher high than this high, right? This is a lower high with less RSI, right? Less relative strength on the RSI. So not doing much, man. That's it, man. The sellers doing nothing right now. It's just chilling, crypto chilling, just like everyone else, right? Waiting for Bitcoin to come in and like save the day or something, because across the market we see these, right? We saw it with Binance, right? Like it's just moving sideways, right? Even like contracting a little bit more every time. So again, we did see it again with Litecoin, right? Same thing going on. Litecoin actually like in a channel, but if you want it to be like more, I mean, if I ignore that wick, it would look a little bit better, right? Like an upsloping triangle. And that could be it, you know? Unsure yet, man, with Litecoin. And sorry about that, guys. A little bit tired from last night. I'm still sick, so I didn't have a voice in the morning. I wasn't even sure if I was gonna be able to do the stream. I was like, man, I'm probably just gonna do analysis. I'm not gonna do the news. Like I tried to speak and I couldn't even talk. That wasn't that good. Seller was $20 in December. Well, it is like. Which one was $20 in December, man? Litecoin? Yeah, Litecoin, I agree. It's still up on the year, but not very strong, right? Like everyone else, it has almost undone all the gains that it's made. Look, I'll look at the new Litecoin chart, and I'll go on the daily. Right, and I think I have some fibs for this. Yeah, I do. I had it pre-fibbed, so. Look, you are sitting at that 786 retrace, right? You have retraced, at least touched it 78.6% of the way. That is a long, that's a deep retrace, right? You have retraced a lot. Now, I don't like that we are not strong enough to try to pump to the upside, right? But again, this in a larger scale, I mean, we could go here if we use this point, and if we don't, we go here, and this is a falling wedge. That is a bullish pattern. It would potentially mean price action to the upside. Are we gonna get it? I'm not sure, man. Right? And I haven't done this macro look for a lot of the coins, right? We do have this for Bitcoin. And we called it out on Bitcoin. We said, look, man, that triangle, maybe it's not a triangle, maybe it's a falling wedge. We'll have to wait and see. In Ethereum, are we doing that in Ethereum, man? I've been so into the micro that I have not looked at the bigger picture for a lot of these coins. That's probably not a very good thing, right? I'll ignore that wick and go there. It makes a little bit more sense, right? And then on the bottom part, I mean, we could go here and then here, right? Again, a falling wedge on Ethereum, potentially bullish, right? It certainly does change the picture a little bit more. Let's go on Ripple, man. Let's see what Ripple's doing. I'm gonna get rid of this one because I had this channel that is probably not gonna play out. Now on Ripple, let me zoom in a little bit more. This is from Coinbase. Again, one of the latest guys to adopt or actually put Ripple on their platform, right? So on Ripple, this is not gonna look very strong, I guess, because Ripple does have these wicks, right, that we have to like decide whether or not we want to include. So if we don't include the wicks, this could potentially be it, right? Make a little bit of sense on these smaller touch points here, right? And again, we could extend this all the way back here. And then on the top, we could certainly come here and have a falling wedge as well, right? And that would be also good, right? You said Bitcoin could go to 20K because its falling wedge could reverse for a massive pump. Yeah, dude. We analyzed that, right? So the measure move of that falling wedge will be from the high of the wedge to the low of the wedge, which will be here. Here, I guess. And that move would put you, depending on where you break it, right? So the more the time it takes you to break it, the lower you'll go. But again, supposing we touch that, what is this one, man? This is a 618. I think it's 618. Yeah, 618. Supposing we touch that 618, bounce off it, and then pump to the upside, the measure move will get us to 13,000. Right, that's it. Then we'll have to see from there what we start to develop. But again, that move is not going to be overnight, right? Just like this move to the downside is not overnight. It's taking time to develop because it was such a large pattern, right? If we're going to consider that triangle valid, right, we would have to hit part of that measure move. Now, being that we could be in a wedge and maybe we just touched that bottom part of the wedge, we had not developed it, but we certainly bounced around this area, right? We could say that from here on out, it's a different picture, right? So the pump to the upside again, 13,000. But depends on when you break that. So if you break that wedge way down here at like 6,000 levels, you're probably just going to get up to 11,000. So again, not potentially that 20K that you're talking about. However, it will change the sentiment of the market to bullish. I agree on that. And having a bullish sentiment on the market would potentially make the price go higher, right? Again, someone was asking about like this to the prior, right? And we have it here. We had this parabolic move with this kind of triangle that I called BS because in this triangle and this triangle are very different, right? In this triangle, at least we're going to the upper part of the structure and touching it. Here, man, we never went up to that upper part of the structure, right? Every time we're bouncing lower. So if this was to be this triangle, this magical triangle, it would be maybe like this, right? And it would make much more sense, right? Anyways, I'm going to undo this, leave it as it was, just for illustration's sake. But again, when people were talking about this, right, pump to the upside triangle, right, whatever, break down, right, then consolidate, then pump to the upside triangle, right? And if we were to say that this was going to be the same, okay, you break the downside, you kind of like move sideways a little bit, and then you potentially pump again, right, and make some sort of parabolic. But look, this was lower than this. So again, if we do that, maybe we get to like 10K or 11K, right? So again, I'm not sure what's going to happen with this right now. If we're within a wedge, we are still developing, right? But I would expect for at least retrace to that 618, so 7,225, before we actually run again to the upside. But we are having some support at 8,028. We have been sitting at that support for a while, man, right? Like we touched it a couple times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and every time you touch a support, you eat up the supply that is there, right? And then you have to break through, because there's not going to be any more people selling at this level, and the next level of selling might be down here, right? So again, that's why it's not good to be bouncing off supports that much without actually pumping to the upside, right? Anyways, you guys want to do something else? Do let me know. Otherwise, we'll probably call this a stream. Anyways, I know people have coming in and out. We're sitting at 7 people right now, which is pretty good. Again, if someone wants to look at something particular, do let me know. I gotta check something out real quick. While you guys do tell me which coin is next. Yeah, we can do that. Bitcoin between 2009 and 2017. Okay, let's do that, man. I'll do that for you guys, especially since you're here. And yeah, we can look at that for sure, no problem. You know, this looks familiar to that other thing that we're doing right now, right? I mean, I'll just point this one out because I like the way this looks, man. I've screwed up this triangle. What? I don't want to do a line. I want to do a triangle. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I like this. I'll make it here, man. I'll say we had a false breakout. This is just for illustration's sake, right? I mean, I'm not really drawing this triangle to like pinpoint accuracy. I just like this because apparently what the guy was talking about the other day could potentially make a little bit more sense, right? We had this this move to the upside again, right? Maybe not as parabolic, but we did have it, right? Yeah, I guess, man. I mean, I'm trying to look at this and then making this triangle here. I'll pinpoint it in a second, right? But seeing this triangle, we didn't break to the this is much smaller, man. I mean, I'm not even sure if this is gonna play out. I'm just messing around right now, right? Let's say we did have this breakdown downside, and it would be similar to what it is right now. And then we pump again. I mean, this one did go up higher, though. I'm not even sure if I'm at the best chart for this, right? This one starts in like 2011. But again, you could say, let me do this real quick. You could say that you had this kind of parabolic move, right? And then you kind of made a triangle. You know, that I'm trying to figure out what we can like do from like this historical data, right? Something like this, I guess. All right, you break the downside. It takes you a while, then you kind of like recover in the parabolic move. I mean, I'm just, guys, don't. This is not like serious TA, right? I'm just like trying to find out like data that, you know, tries to look a little bit similar to something else, right? That we're looking at. Oh man. So, you know, something like this. I'm not even sure how valid this is, right? To call it like a recurring theme. I do see that we get those parabolic moves and then triangle. And we kind of, this one kind of just moved sideways, right? We didn't actually break down from it. So again, we didn't get that parabolic move here, right? So this is not looking that like strong. So, man, look at this chart. Just makes me feel bad, man. It makes me feel like, exactly, that is that thing that you just typed out, buddy. That is the thing I had in mind. It just makes me feel sad because imagine buying Bitcoin at $8, man. You know, man. That is all I see, dude. When you do this, all I see is imagine buying Bitcoin at like fucking $4, man. You know. Yeah. Anyways, look, man, this. Sorry about that. All this we just did, it was just for fun, right? Again, a lot of people were looking at this like a triangle, right? And I guess it does make sense, but would it have also make sense to have traced this as a falling wedge, right? And it probably did, right? So again, maybe it wasn't a triangle. It was kind of like a falling wedge that we were in. If we go like this, it'll certainly look a little bit more like a wedge. But anyways, you know, that's just wishful thinking and trying to make the past repeat itself. So I'm not too sure I'm buying that one. Oh man, what did I do? Oh, I did something. I went and looked at another coin. Anyways, that's it, dude. I'm not gonna keep on looking at the past on Bitcoin. It just makes me feel sad. Between 2017 and now versus any part of the past, anything similar? Well, you know, the other thing that I see that's similar, and it wouldn't be that much. Sorry about that, man. Maybe this smaller scale, right? So you kind of have this parabolic shift, right? And then you kind of like drop down a little bit from here to here. Then you broke it to the upside, right? So again, I'm not even sure how valid this stuff. I'm just messing around right now, right? This is not valid TA, guys. Again, we're just like messing around. So don't believe this thing I'm doing right now. This is just trying to find out like stuff that we could say it's similar. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure, man. Then you have that large triangle with the smaller triangle, and then you broke to the upside. Yeah. This large triangle with the smaller triangle, but you broke to the downside, right? So again, that looks a little bit more like this more immediate stuff, right? Break this triangle to the downside, right? It looks very similar. Then started to do these movements here, right? Like down, 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 up. Down, 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 up, down, down. It looks like we're at this part right now. Right, see, this happened over a couple of days, right? So again, here it was like one move to the downside, but if this was this little curve up and then this channeling down, you would have it here, right? Like this impulse down, right? And then this like curving and then this shift down, right? So that's the part that we could be at, right? I mean, like I said, this is not valid TA, man. This is just looking for like stuff in the past that we are expecting for it to like develop again, and that's not valid, man. Like to look for valid data, we would look for like stuff like this, like symmetrical triangles, right? Being within channels, developing bullish or bearish divergence, right? That's what I would like to see for me to be able to make a call. Doing this, I mean, even though it's just for fun right now because there's nothing else going on in the market, it really does nothing to change my view, right? Except that, like, to say, yeah, this is kind of like going on again. Right, that small to the upside and then going down. But again, Bitcoin, like I said, what I would expect for this to happen, I would have to go into the 1 hour. Oh man, we're still moving down. I would expect for this to move a little bit lower, right? We are starting to make that first negative momentum bar again, right? So if this price were to drop around here, so what would be this? 8,041, right? We're probably gonna get somewhere around here on the negative momentum. Then we'll make some bullish divergence that could pop us to the upside, right? That's what I would expect to see right now. When will the halving effect Bitcoin? Did it help Litecoin? No, it didn't help Litecoin, bro. Litecoin actually tanked more. Look, the halving event on Litecoin, it wasn't very good. There was a lot of speculation before it, so a lot of people started to get in. And the ones that knew what was going to happen kind of got out. with the halving, right? Like you cut the mining rewards in half. That's why it's called a halving. But then it takes the miners twice as much effort to produce the same amount of Bitcoin so that they can pay for their operation. So if the price of the coin doesn't double, right? If the price of the coin doesn't go up twice or in value, then you're just operating at a loss, right? You have to mine it, but you can't do it because it's just so expensive, right? So again, then, you know, the difficulty of mining has to kind of decrease, which again makes the network less secure. And, you know, then you start to have other problems, right? Anyways, Litecoin is different than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a different beast. I'm not sure how this is going to play out for Bitcoin, man. For Litecoin, it didn't play out. Look, for Litecoin, the halving event was on August the 5th. Litecoin. I'll go on the daily. It's going to be way back here. So, okay, August the 5th. Let me toss a triangle or something to point here. It would be this candle that wicked. That will be your August the 5th. That's the halving day for Litecoin, bro. Did it help it? You tell me, man. Did this help with the halving, right? Look, all I see from this day downwards is just like losing value, man. So no, I didn't help it, man. Halving event had no role in the price of Litecoin. It just killed it. But yeah, the miners do have to work twice as hard. That means they're gonna have double the cost of operations, right? Electricity, etc., to produce the same amount of Bitcoin. So the price doesn't go up double in value. Then your operation is probably not gonna be very profitable, right? That's what I'm seeing. Anyways, yeah. So anyways, Litecoin, like I said, this will be the halving event. You're dropping cents, right? Anyways, 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta get more water. Sorry, guys, I am back. Sorry, I had to get more water. My daughter woke up again real quick, so I had to like lull her back to sleep a little bit. Anyways, yeah, double expense could kill Bitcoin for sure, right? People sold at 140 instead. What do you mean people sold at 140 when? Talking about Litecoin pre-halving event? Yeah, people got out way back here, right? And probably we're gonna see something similar, right? We're gonna see expectation happen. Let's go back to that Bitcoin chart, right? I'll tell you something that I believe we might see, right? And this is just maybe, right? This is just very speculative, still way to go. We might see expectations starting to develop, right, prior to the halving event. So that expectation, what it's going to do is like, man, the price of Bitcoin is going to moon, right? Once it halves, it's going to go to the heavens, right? So we're going to like maybe start like going higher, you know. don't take this price range into account. This is just like for illustration purposes. So we might go higher, 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 and then the halving event happens, and the miners are struggling because the price of Bitcoin hasn't gone double in price, and we might see something like that happen, right? So again, probably gonna go down after the halving event. The only thing that could happen that could make it be worth it is that, let's say, from here onto the halving event, right? We are double the amount, right? So we are at 14,000 at least, right? Because then it would cost them 7,000 to produce it, and they're profitable. So when they do have the halving event and the price is sitting at 14,000, then it would still make sense for them to produce it, right? They are still covering that expense. They wouldn't have any problems, and then the price might not drop. So again, that's the only thing that I could potentially see happening that would make this make sense and go higher, right? So again, yeah, that's it. Let me know if you want to talk about something else. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot. Yeah, that's it, man. Do you guys want to look at something else? 8 people tuned in. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate that you are here. Do let me know if you want to look at something else. Otherwise, we'll call it a night. What is the next crypto to grow massive? Dude, I'll tell you what. Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe Google develops a quantum crypto, right, with their quantum computer, and then that would be the main crypto to go for, right? No, with all honesty, the next crypto to go massive. Look, Ripple has problems, right? Yeah. Bitcoin has problems, right, with the not Ripple, sorry, not Bitcoin. Ethereum has problems with the contracts, right, being saturated. So they're coming out with the Istanbul fork. So again, Ethereum idea is good, smart contracts, but I think someone right now, and someone make the analogy, and we covered it, right? Ethereum is like the IBM. Jonathan Sanchez, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here. You ready? You ready for what, man? Do let us know. Like I'm saying, dude, Ethereum was like the IBM, right? They were everywhere. All the machines were IBM back in the day, right? And even though there were smaller companies that were developing, right, they kept on eating them up, right? So again, then IBM went the way of the dinosaur, right? So when is the Ethereum, and what will it do? The fork, the Istanbul fork, it's supposed to raise the gas fees, and then it will help release some of the pressure on the network, right? That's what they want to do. Anyways, Jonathan, again, thank you for watching, dude. Thank you for saying hi. And if you have not yet subscribed, you should do it. Like, comment. We are here live every night. Do let us know how you found us, right? Because I'm interested in when people come in and they're new. I'm interested in how they're hearing about us. Fork, when? Well, right now they're in the testnet, right? They just did the Robston, and I'm not sure when the official launch is going to be. I guess it just depends on what happens during the testnet and how quickly they can work it out before they launch on the main net. However, do let me check that out. I do believe it's soon. Ethereum, Istanbul fork. So, when is the final launch, dude? I did cover that, but I don't have the actual data. Argon had problems. The 680 contracts were gonna be broken. This is not the one I wanted to look at. Right now they're doing the test work, so I'm not sure when the actual date is gonna be, man. Ethereum could rock the market. Yeah, they could. But like I said, they were having scalability issue problems, right? The network was saturated. So again, when Fairwind left, right, that potential Ponzi scheme that people started to talk about, and everyone took their money out of that, saturation of the network like dropped dramatically, right? From like 95% to like 81% saturation. The gas fees lowered from like 0.04 to like 0.06 cents, all the way down to like 0.01. Right, so you had like massive drops, right? One, because it was eating so much of the network. Now the problem with Ethereum is that after Fairwind, the second thing that eats up the most of the network is USD Tether. So again, you have a problem where if Tether keeps on growing and a lot of people go into Tether, you know, adoption of Tether, etc., then you're gonna have a lot more problems on the Ethereum network. So again, I do believe Ethereum is good. However, I do believe someone could develop a new smart contract platform, maybe backed by some AI, that could potentially undo Ethereum and be the next big thing, right? So you're asking me what I believe might be the next big thing. That's where the conversation started. So that's where I wanted to take it to, right? Now I'm trying to figure out this Istanbul fork, man. I can't remember when it's launching. I had the dates for the 3 test nets, and then I do know that the test net, when they launched on Robston, the computers weren't up to date with the upgrade, and it just kind of like crashed the network. So again, so the network, right, Istanbul is going to be launched. Apparently, everything has to be ready by January of 2020. So I'm not sure if that's going to stay the course, but that's what they are stating right now. Sorry about that noise. I'm trying to get one of these like candies that I'm supposed to eat so that it actually numbs my throat, man. It allows me to keep on talking without having too much pain. There are like these like trochees that you eat, and like, yeah, it just numbs my throat. So again, if I keep on talking like this without eating this, I'll probably start sounding like the digital asset investor, and my voice will go raspy, and then I'll be talking like this, you know. But I don't want to do that, so I do want to keep it a little bit lubricated with water, and usually these candies that do help me at least not feel that pain and keep on talking, right? Anyways, yeah, what else do you want to look at, man? Or what else do you want to talk about? I do believe Ripple also has a lot of potential, right? Once it becomes more mainstream, it might pump a little bit more, right? Again, Binance, I'm doubtful it would go too much higher than when it had. I mean, it could. Yeah, throat lozenges. Yeah, but this is like different, man. This one has like a numbing agent in it that really like makes my throat feel nothing, man. That's pretty good. And what did we drop? Who was that came in? Like Jonathan Sanchez, dude. Are you still here, man? If you're still here with us, say hi. Otherwise, I'm glad that you showed up a little bit. Hope that you subscribed, and let's keep on doing this, right? Yeah, man, I'm not sure what else we can talk about, right? We just cover almost everything, so it's up to you guys. It's, yeah, you decide where we go. Oh, 115 people, man. I think he did subscribe. It just didn't show up on the notifications for some reason. But if you subscribe, Jonathan Sanchez, I thank you. And, yeah, what else do you want to do? Otherwise, if we don't have a topic soon, I'll just call it a night, bro. I'm still a little bit sick, so I do want to get more rest before the week starts. So do let me know. Eight people tuned in. Thank you guys for watching on a Saturday. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Show this to your friends. Show it to your parents, to your buddies, you know. Get them into crypto. We are friendly here. We don't buy it much. Anyways, Benny, I know you helped me by retweeting the streams, and I do appreciate that, man. I really appreciate that you are here daily. And Soka, I know you're here daily as well. Even though you probably don't talk much, but I do know that you, at least sometimes, every now and then, you throw some comments that are pretty good. But and you said hi a couple minutes ago, so. Hey, what's good, man? Our English friend from Crypto Keeper Trader, man. How's it going, buddy? I was just about to kill the stream, man. You just jump in a very lucky time. I'm glad that you're here, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. Do you want to look at something in particular? We just covered almost everything, so we're just shooting the ish, and you know, yeah, yeah, we covered that as well. We stated that it just looks like vanilla plain ice cream, dude. It's like when you go to buy Frojo and you're broke and you can't put any toppings in it, and it's just like boring, man. Yeah, that's how the market is right now. Skycoin, sure. Let's look at that. I'll look at a US Tether pair. Yeah, let's look at that one. Is it opening? It's not opening. Why? Why is it not opening, man? It's fucking weird. There we go. Oh, man, this looks nice on the daily, man. Just 1 second, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. So on the daily, some nice move to the upside. You were sitting above that 20 MA, kind of got tired of sitting there and pumped to the upside. I'm trying to figure out if that project's AI based. Yeah, that's something that we were talking about as well, right? Like AI projects, right? Were there any news that came out yesterday that could have helped the pump? Or maybe 2 days ago? A heck and a sheet candles are definitely going to show that we're in an uptrend, so... Okay, let me do something here. I'll go on the daily, I'll go back to regular candles, and I want to look at something, right? Okay, I'll do this, just like I do any other coin. I'll definitely look at the fibs first. From high to low. Even though it's pumping and it's good, from the more major high, I mean, I'll even go lower, man. I'll be merciful. From this high to the low, we have not made a valid retrace. We have not hit that 236, which would be at 0.84 cents. Right now, this is sitting at 0.66 cents, right? Could this have been a bottom, dude? Maybe. I'm not sure if this data back here is valid. I'm not sure when this project came to be, but apparently it started at like 45 cents or $45, and it's just been dying ever since. Nothing wrong with that, you know. I mean, it should find a bottom before it actually bounces back again. But if this chart is to be believed, we are at all-time lows, right? I am going as far back as this chart has, man. It goes to May 24th. I don't have another chart. The other chart are like Bitcoin pairs, and then it's not the best to look at, right? Anyways, it is pumping right now. It's good. Not a strong pump, but definitely pumping. Let's look at a more micro scale. Let's see what is going on with this, right? Or actually, let me stay here real quick. So you're going higher, so you're not making any divergence there. You are going higher also there, so no divergence there. Are we doing something here on the bottom? No. I'm going to the 4 hour. I'll go look at the weekly quickly. Man, if this week just started now, this week is, where is this week, man? Where's this week? Is that really? Yeah, okay, this week started on Monday, right? So again, yeah, the 30th. It was a bit off. Week's almost done, right? It ends tomorrow. It is doing a bullish engulfing candle, almost undoing what like the September 2nd move to the downside did, right? So again, that is good. If we can pump a little bit more, we'll undo it, and that would be a very good sign, right? Like, good reversal going on, man. Okay, so now that I have these data, I'll try to look at from September the 2nd. I'm going to try to look at the daily in a more macro. That will be this week of September the 2nd. Are we... Well, I mean, at the wicks, right? We could say potential double bottom, even though it doesn't look like a real double bottom, but you know, more or less they're both at the same level, that same low, right, before actual run. So again, it could be it. Okay, so it started at $42, right? Man, this took a nasty dive. Probably because it started with a lot of hype, maybe. I'm not sure why it got that high. Anyways, I want to go look at more micro scales, right? Well, this could be a potential double bottom here, right? On a more micro note, that could potentially be why you pump to the upside. Like from here to here, and then from here to here, right? So 1, 2. That could be it. That's probably why it pumped. I mean, I'm gonna look at much shorter scale, the 4 hours, see if I can get something better there, right? It is actually a little bit lower, but you know, maybe negligible. I'm trying to figure out what we're doing here, man. Are we doing something else that would be a little bit more worrying? You know, and you know, on the bottoms, 0.729, and this would be like 1. Yeah, this is definitely lower on there. So I was trying to see if we were making like some bullish divergence, but we're not. We're actually congruent, right? However, maybe on the RSI, 33.47, 33.52, slightly higher. This one is definitely lower, 32, right? So again, here you have some hidden bullish divergence, right, developing. Which usually means price continuation, so maybe that's why it pumped to the upside. I'm still trying to figure this one out, man. I haven't looked at this project before. So let's look back here, man. This one is technically higher, yeah, so here you don't have that going on, right? 504, 574, yeah. It's a little bit higher. You're definitely going lower. So here you would have some like sort of like hidden bearish divergence developed, right? So again, just from this part, more or less looks like a similar move. All right, anyways, let's go into the 1 hour and see what's going on, right? You should have been here yesterday, and we probably could have analyzed it, even though this is not from yesterday. This is from September 30th, right? Data. So again, 5 days ago. Is this chart eating data? There's some charts that sometimes like hide data, and no, apparently it's good, man. It's kosher. Let's see, low, higher low, less negative momentum, lower low, more negative momentum. So again, he's going with the market, nothing going on there. There's something back here, man. Well, here, yeah, I can see here like that bullish divergence, right? Strong bullish divergence, price action to the upside. That could have been what started this move, right? Because since then, right, since this bullish divergence here, even on the RSI, all you've done is move to the upside. have not made any bullish divergence since apparently. So higher low, again lower low. It's the only thing I can see, man. The only thing that I don't like is that right now you're going higher on the price. Look at where you're on your positive Momo, right? Your positive momentum is way lower, man. So again, right now you are making bearish divergence. Even on the RSI, right? Strong bearish divergence, price action to the downside. This after this move, you're bound to see a retrace. Whether or not you're gonna get it right now, I'm not sure, but you know, you might see some price action to the downside. So again, just be careful, man. Look, it's gonna be potentially right. You had your move up. You kind of flagged, right? I'm gonna ignore that wick, so I'm gonna flag from here to here, and then from here to here. Right, breaking that to the upside again, losing momentum, right? Being weak, because you get exhausted after pumps to the upside, right? Especially like this. So you could call this the first pump, right? Then you consolidate it, and you kind of pumped and not quite pump, you know, kind of like consolidated sideways, right? You had this pump, upsloping consolidation. This usually breaks you down, right? So again, you did get to see a smaller down pump, and then, you know, but still upwards consolidation does tend to see price action to the downside. You did get that touching that 20 MA and bouncing off it, man. You know, I think the 20 MA pumped you. Other than that, besides seeing this, I'm not seeing anything on this area. So again, I'm a little bit iffy on this one, man. It might be also, since it's such a small coin, I'm not sure how much market cap it has. It could potentially be one of those like pump and dumps, right? Or like you know, like maybe people got together in a chat and like are trying to make this pump so they can dump it, right? Anyways, that will be it for Skycoin, man. I'm not sure how much higher it's gonna go. It can certainly shoot up a little bit more. I'm not sure it's gonna undo this, right? The higher you go, that's fine. You can go as high as you want. But if this positive momentum doesn't get to this line, even if it gets to this line, it has to get above that line. If it gets to this line or below, you make bearish divergence, right? Price action to the downside. So again, you could pump up, right? Flag again, and that would be fine. And you maybe make a smaller bump of positive Momo, going a little bit higher, right? So you have like double bearish divergence, and then you break to the downside, right? That could happen. It happened with someone else. We've seen it recently. It's not uncommon, right? So again, it could potentially like pump up a little bit more, flag, and then try to pump, but then it would create double bearish divergence, and then you'll definitely break down. And the only case that wouldn't happen is if Bitcoin actually like goes to heaven, man, like goes up insanely, man. That's the only way you're gonna get saved. Otherwise, you're probably not. Anyways, yeah. You guys want to look at something else? Do let me know. Sky definitely looked good, man. I will go look at it on Coin Market Cap and see what's going on with this, man. Skycoin. Yeah, dude. The only thing I don't like is that it has very little supply, so it's very easy to manipulate, right? 16 million circulating supply out of 25 million. Total supply, maximum supply, 100 million. Where is the rest? Is it being mined? Well, I mean, I don't know anything about this project, so I mean, I do want to know what's this, man. So it has 100 million, right, of max supply, but the total supply is 25 with 16 in circulation. What's the rest? Is it mineable? Do let me know so we can then keep on discussing. However, this amount, it's not that much. I'm trying to do this real quick. Where is this? Price 66, right? So you're sitting at 16 million circulating. So 16 million times 661145. That's $10 million in circulation. It's not a lot, man. It's very easy to manipulate. I mean, a million, it's 10% of that. So, you know, someone could own a million of this and then just like pump and dump, you know. Even with 500,000, you can probably get movements on this market. So, I'm not sure, man. Like I said, dude, on the technicals, there's not a lot of stuff that was screaming move. But yeah, anyways, I don't know anything about the project, but let me know like more about this. Right, I'll try to do some research as well. But again, not seeing much here, man. What high? What? Oh, wait, what? The high of what, man? I think I got lost in the conversation. Did I miss something on the chat? Oh, this shot they just got to the upside? Yeah, it's good, man. But like I said, man, it might be something else. Huh? Just be careful. Look here, from this low to this one. That includes much more time frame that I'm comfortable with. But now you're actually, yeah, you'll be having like hidden bullish divergence, right? So price continuation again, and you create like strong bullish divergence to pump you to the upside. On coin market cap, let me go back to it. Yeah, I mean, it could be nice being at $46, right? And then having bought at like $1 maybe. But look at this, man. This is the farthest it goes, right? So again, I'll zoom into this. Price $1.79, right? That's the farthest it shows in price. Can I go farther back? No, that's it. That's inception. Like 83 cents. Right. 83 cents, that's it. Look at where you're sitting at right now. I mean, let's get realistic, right? So that was 87 cents, man. And right now, why is this not showing the data, man? There we go. And right now you are sitting at 61 cents. So you're sitting at lower than the price that it came out, right? Like in 2017. So if you would have bought and not gotten out, you probably would have gotten screwed. Again, the lowest it was. Shit, I'm gonna take this as the lowest, man. Of like side. It was like 46 cents, man. Like I said, man, I would have to look at the project and see what it does. The only thing I don't like is that there's a very little circulating supply, right? 10 million, like I said, right? I had to do a calculation to confirm it, and then it's very easy to manipulate. I don't like that part, man. You know, it's worth a lot more than Ripple, and I'm not even sure what these guys do. I know Ripple has real case use, but you know, hey, man, I'm not even sure how tradable this is. I am glad that it pumped, and if you guys have it, I am glad, right? Yeah, but then if you're a danger of not being able to get out when it's at the top, right? I'm not sure how liquid this is. It does trade on Binance, so again, if you guys are in the States, you probably cannot do it, right, Benny? So maybe I can because I'm in Mexico right now. So yeah. Anyways, Crypto Keeper Trader, thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for looking at coins with us and being here. I'm also thinking I'm gonna call it a night, man. I think that's gonna be it, man. I think it's a good stream. We have been running for almost 2 hours on Saturday. It is a slow day on the market. There's not much going on. I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Hey guys, again, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. Thank you all for showing up. We did pick up a subscriber. I'm really happy. We're sitting at like 115 people. So again, thank you. That guy that came in, Jason Sanchez, or what was his name, man? I'll have to scroll up to see it. I don't like it. Jonathan Sanchez. Thank you for tuning in, subscribing, supporting us with your views, your likes, your comments, and that'll be all, man. Yeah, I do hope so, Benny. That'll be amazing, man. If we get to 250 by the end of the month, I'm gonna be like bananas, bro. I'm gonna like lose my mind. I'm not even sure we're gonna do it. It's a high number, and we do have like 25 days to go. I'm not sure, man. But anyways, thank you guys again for subscribing, liking. That's it for tonight, guys. I am tired. I do want to get to bed. I have been sick for the past couple days. Want to rest up my voice also. So again, thank you all. I'll catch you tomorrow. Yes, that is very true. We're not gonna know for 25 until for 250 until 25 days later. I do agree with you. Anyways, guys, again, I'm off. Thanks, man.